Namaste, my friends. Today's mental side of yoga was a little bit interesting. The speed to movement really, at first, it gave me, you know, something to really focus on because I was moving my body so much that I was able to be like really concentrated. But once I got into the groove, and I already like picked out which poses I'm gonna be moving in and out to it didn't really provide the mental stability I was looking for. I was actually more distracted than when I do my holding poses. But then towards the middle of the class and the ending of the class, I went back to just doing more Hatha classic. Just holding the poses for a while and really not rushing through anything. And that like allowed me to be brought back to a sense of groundedness and appreciation. And I had this reoccurring thought of just trying my best to be where I'm at and to not even say the word I'm trying or it's a practice, because that is a waste. So, for example, I would be in a flow and then my mind would be really concentrated and then I'll like be distracted for a while, right? And then the moment I catch myself, I'd find myself saying, hey, it's okay. This is a practice. We are only trying to be, intentional with everything that we do. It's all right. Let's come back. And then I go back. But like when I was doing this, I noticed that like there was no need for that dialogue. There was no need for that energy exertion. Yeah. Because it's like the best way is to catch myself and to just go back. No talking, no like, hey, it's a practice. Hey, you're trying your best. Hey, it's blah, blah, blah. Because that's using energy towards that direction. And if that only takes a second or two, that is a second or two I could be getting focused. And that's when you get the most benefit is like when I'm actually focused on the breath and the movement and the moment. When I'm thinking and talking in my head, there's certain levels of benefits, but the maximum benefit is when I'm in the present moment with my breath and my body and my mind and my soul, all that, and just fully presently aware. And so it's like, okay, don't waste that energy having that dialogue of it's all right, it's okay, just go back. Just as soon as I catch myself, I just go back, go back. That's it. Um, yeah, and then I was also thinking about certain different levels of understanding life. And that one is a bit complicated, right? So there is priority that must be given to certain impulses over others or certain activities of the mind over others. So, for example, there's yin and yang, and one thing is like, let's say, being accepting of something, and then the opposite would be having the drive to change that thing, and there's like certain levels where, one must be prioritized over the other. When it's something that I cannot change, I prioritize highly the acceptance. Like, let's say I want to change the color of my skin. I mean, I could go get a tan and, like get darker or go in the snow and just, be lighter. But if I want to change my race, I can't do that. That's impossible. So that would be like 100% just accepting what I am. And the other side, doing the drive, it's like if I want my body to be a certain way and I want it to be like in the best shape possible, but it's not, and I'm like fat and stuff, um, that I would highly prioritize the drive because that is a thing that I can change. That is something in my power to fulfill, and not fulfilling it makes me suffer, right? And that's sort of like when accepting comes in. So, like, accepting my body as it is like, let's say 30%. 30% of my relationship to my body and how I want my body to be, 30% would be accepting what it is now. And ideally, 70% would be that drive to change what it is. And this ratio can be, whatever, but as long as the prioritizing the change is bigger than accepting what you are, You know, even if it's 51% to 49%, even if it's slightly more, prioritizing that activity and the fruition of that dream, then that's what's required. Because if you're more accepting, you'll never change, and you'll just stay the same, and then you'll be settling for less in your life, you know. And there's no settling in life. There's only one life. There's only one time that you go through it. Don't settle for less. It's not worth it to settle for less. So prioritize when you can in yin and yang things. The things you cannot change 100%, you just gotta accept them as they are. You know, there's no point in crying over things that are what they are. But things that you can change and that you have the power to influence and that you can create, if you want it to be a certain way and it's not that way and it's within your power to change it, 100% prioritize the action and the yang, the doing, the creating. Do that part. So that's what I was like thinking in my mind. All right, that's all for today. Namaste.